I have a little bit more to work on now. Not too much, only a couple of things. And this is one of them. I got this earlier this year. Um, I have some folks that pick up my scrap metal um, from the house, and I got this from them. They probably picked it up, and I paid them $20 for it. It's pretty well built with the quantum power, 3.5 horse. And looks like it's pretty old, from the late 80s, but it's still in very good shape for what it is. You know, it's just one of them big weed trimmers. I gave it to my dad, but he never used it, and so I got it back after I worked on the neighbor's yard over there with the weed trimmer that they have, and it worked extremely well. Just cut tall grass like it was like a knife through butter almost. So this is what this video is going to consist of. But before I start, I'm just going to give a quick update. I do have the tiller going on over here. I've still got a ton of leaves on this tree, but I could stand to clean it up back here, which I should do before long. Hopefully I'll make a video on that. I've got the tiller over here that I tried to crank, and I think I mentioned a while back that it had a hard time starting anyways, and once it started it didn't run the best, and when I tried to start it the other day it wouldn't stay running. So I haven't quite decided, because I've got to put a cable on. As you can see, it's frayed right here, and it permanently keeps the blade engaged, or the belt engaged, and the tillers the tines and the drive going. I'd like to have that working to sell it for a decent price. So I'm kind of torn as to whether or not I would like to just go all out. As you can see, it's got a little bit of an oil leak to it too, which I could wash off. But it still leaks a little bit, but not too bad. Just because I've got a lot to sell, and I don't know if this is worthy of trying to fix. But I think it is, after y'all saw me put it together in a video and it ran. So I believe I made a video on this. Like I said, I made over 100 videos this year, so I don't know what I made a video on, what I didn't. But still kind of torn as to whether or not I want to fix this. I might try and break down the carburetor one more time before buying the new carburetor, which is only about $20. The cable's about 15. So, and I think I either paid 10 or 20 for the tiller. I think I paid like $10 for the tiller in a big group of mowers that I got a while back. And if I get it going like that, it should be at least $150 tiller, probably a $200 tiller, because it hasn't been used that much. As you can see, the tines look very good on it. I just hate that I have to keep it sitting outside, because a little bit too big for me to put it under the house. And I did sell a bagger last weekend, all that Craftsman bagger parts that I was missing a couple brackets to, I sold. So this part of the house is much cleaner. I did keep the bins from that old Murray bagger that was wore out. Apart from that, I haven't sold anything, because it's almost Thanksgiving and it's 40-some degrees. I have thought about trying to advertise a couple of these new mowers to see if anybody would bite them for Christmas. I didn't really have any luck last year, but I only put up one of the electric mowers that was new in the box still. So I might put these up just to see if I can get a couple sold. Just because the way things are looking now, I'm going to have to go hard at it to try and get everything going before July, which is hopefully when I won't be here anymore. But I'm under the house now because it's nice and warm under here. But my plan is to take carburetor off of this, because it's not the correct carburetor. As you saw, I had this mower fixed, and what happened was I think it got a little bit of water in the carburetor, and I haven't been able to get it to run right. I couldn't get it to run right after I repeatedly tried to clean the overhead valve carburetor. But just to make sure that it ran, I put this regular carburetor on it. And to give y'all a little bit of a background on the weed trimmer out there, the carburetor is bad on it. What it's doing is, I don't think the float's working right. That it's just running all the gas out of the bowl, and then, you know, cutting off. So I'm gonna basically all I'm gonna do is swap the carburetor. After all this talking that I've done, swap the carburetor off of this one, put it onto that, and I'm gonna see if it runs. Y'all seen me do it plenty of times, so I'll probably skip all the the whole deal of taking it off on camera. But all it is you got your 3 bolts that hold on your air filter, 1, 2, and then you have a mounting bolt. This is an overhead valve engine, so the mounting, it's that one actually. The mounting where the air filter mounts is a little bit different, but same concept. They're 5/16. You got your 2 3/8. You take off. You take your gas line off. Pinch off your gas line if you've got gas in it, which this doesn't. If it does, it has very little gas in it. And then take your linkage off down here, and do the opposite. So that's what I'm going to do. We're going to test this weed trimmer out, see if we can get it running. So I completed everything on it. I put that other carburetor on. Hopefully it primes. If it doesn't, I'll have to spray some fluid in it to get it going. But I know this carburetor will work, so maybe we can get this thing cranked. Maybe get some starter fluid for it and see what we can do with that. So good news, I took the air filter off and I found that the inside of the carburetor was wet, and that it is, or was, priming. Now that I'm on camera it won't prime, but you see it just barely priming. I probably got to put a gasket on it or something. But just barely priming there. And I pulled it in crank, so let me show y'all that it cranked. Well, it's going to make a liar out of me now. want it to be a little difficult there. But hey, that ain't bad. So you can see I've got to tighten up the weed eater thing there, but need to let it run here for a little bit. Like I said, that carburetor is not perfect either, but you know, I just hadn't posted a video in a while. I knew that y'all would enjoy this. Something a little different that I haven't worked on yet this year. So you can hear that vibrating coming from the head itself there, and the belt. So I'm going to put the air filter on it, see if it runs a little better here. Better. Let's see if we can cut those weeds over there. Yeah, I don't quite have the, like I said, I don't really have the belt turned right, but I'll still kind of cut it a little bit. I gotta do a couple things to it. I gotta check the oil, change the oil and stuff on it. Turn it off there. Let's see if it'll turn back on by itself. It does, so that's a good sign. So we don't leave, it's got oil in it, as you can see. So we don't leave y'all hanging. Let me get a couple of 10mm wrenches. Turn this thing over here. The way I gotta tighten it here is got a couple 10mm right there. I just gotta tighten up this so that the belt is tight when we use it, because right now the belt's loose whenever I pull on this. It's not really moving much, so I just need to tighten up the belt on it. So I'll do that real quick and I'll come back. So the cable is a little warm, but I did tighten it as I showed y'all. I just kind of moved a little bit up towards everything, and you can see it's doing pretty good now. So let's try and cut here. The string is really old, so I wouldn't be surprised if it broke. as you can hear, it runs good. It's a little loud, but nothing too bad. And figured y'all want to see a little test run of it. Got the belt fixed. Like I said, the string is extremely old on it, so I wouldn't be surprised if it broke. I'll get some string for it, obviously. But for what these big weed trimmers can do to clean up a kind of like waste areas in your yard, it's pretty amazing. So I hope y'all enjoyed this. Like I said, the videos aren't really coming as hard and fast right now because of the time of the year. But we see if I can get a couple more up coming here before long. Like I said, I want to do one on the tiller if I fix that. And a couple other things. Not too much though. Almost everything's fixed now. If I had time one weekend, I might get all my yard arsenal out and show you all it. Because I kind of show you all pieces here and there. Because I got the weed trimmer, I got a snow blower, I got a leaf vac, I got my push mower and my snapper. The Craftsman rider's not here anymore, but maybe y'all see that way on in the future. I don't know what else I have in there. I got an edger, you know, my leaf blower and my my regular weed eater. But again, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Nice little weed trimmer here for the amount of money I have in it. 20 bucks is what I got in it. So I'll definitely take that. And until next time, thank y'all for watching.